there, Pisces. This is the Scorpio Stellium, your No BS Tarot card reader. We're going to take a look at your predictions for the week of December 20th. You may not resonate with the general reading. If you don't, I encourage you to also look at your moon and rising sign. If this does resonate, there is an extended love reading down in the description box below where I go over how your person is thinking and feeling and what the most likely outcome between the two of you is going to be for the week. So right now I have Justice crossed by the Seven of Swords. What a powerful message that is, because justice is about fairness, okay? It's about things coming out in your favor where the balance is, not tipped one way or the other, but we're actually getting a fairness. I mean, that's just pure and simple. It's also about truth and honesty, somebody who comes at you with the real deal, but it's crossed by the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is all about lies and deceit and cheating and just being very selfish and cunning. So I think that there is a situation here you're dealing with that you need, hi kitten, that you need truth in, that you need the real deal, and yet you're not getting it because somebody is not giving it to you. So this is going to be a week that you're going to have to be very, very careful to watch out for anybody that you don't fully trust or that may have your trust that does not really deserve it. At the past position here, the reverse, sorry, I have to figure out where my cards are now that Missy came and made them up. The reversed Eight of Swords, I see you trying to overcome something where you had self-limiting thoughts. You were deciding that you were maybe defeated before you really were, or felt like you were stuck when you were not, but you're pushing past that. Now, I want you to remember that right now Neptune is transiting through Pisces. This is a very long-term transit, and it's going to affect a lot of people. So do take a look at that because you're going to probably be coming in and out of a fog. When Neptune comes over Pisces, it's just like you can't always sort out what's real and what's not. So this is a big, powerful message that you are dealing with, or lesson really, that you are dealing with long term. And it's showing up here in your reading as we're trying to find the balance between truth and lies, being stuck and being free. Those are the messages and the things that you're really dealing with. At the goal position, what you're thinking about here is how to get past any types of delays or obstacles to your goals with the reverse Two of Wands. And what you may not be totally aware of, but what's brewing deep down inside of you with Judgment is I think there are reconciliations coming into your life. There are restorations. There are basically things in the past that seemed like they were dead and done and gone that are resurging back into your life with Judgment. It also is a message to you, having Justice and Judgment in the same reading, to be careful of judging others, to be careful of judging yourself too harshly, to be fair in the way that you look at both yourself and others, and to try to see through that Neptunian fog that may be around you. In the immediate future position, I have the Wheel of Fortune. So this week, things are going to start to shift in your direction. They're going to, the path is going to be clear. Where you've seen blockages and obstacles and delays before, the Wheel of Fortune is where we push past all of that, and fate is giving you a helping hand here. You're thinking, though, about a lot of betrayals that you have experienced in the past, and you need to be aware and cognizant of how those affect the way that you see yourself. If you are still weighed down by somebody else's rejection of you or betrayal of you, and you are allowing that to affect who you are, that's going to be an issue that's going to carry over into your life. So it's something to give your attention to, making sure that whatever thoughts come into your head are worthy of being there. We don't have to believe everything we think. Just because it comes into your head does not mean it's the truth. Now, on the external side of things, we have the Hangman. So here we are seeing things from a different perspective. You're shifting your view, and I think that may be part of why you're getting this Wheel of Fortune here. You're getting the shift to the turn of fate, because a lot of times when we're willing to look at things from another person's perspective, or we're willing to reevaluate a situation, it gives us another path forward. So we're in this sort of enlightenment period for you right now. Enlightenment is what's coming out. And I think this is a great week to see what the outcome card is, which is the Ace of Swords, which I will get if I can get it under your tail, Missy. The Ace of Swords, truth. So whatever lies you've been sold by somebody else, whatever deceit you've been sold, even by yourself actually, you're going to get clarity and truth by the end of this week. Now you're fearing, this is interesting, you are not just fearing, your hopes and your fears, I should rephrase. I think that you have this interesting relationship with what you're supposed to do, where you are supposed to be. If it's somebody else's idea of who you are, or if it's your own. Are you playing around with that? Are you toying with, am I doing this because somebody wants me to and it's what expected of me, or even societal expectations, cultural expectations? Or are you doing it because you really want to do it? So that's something you're going to have to think about. Is that a issue that you're wrestling with? Now let's do some clarification on these cards. I particularly want to look at the deceit and the lies that you may be dealing with here, and how we're really wanting to see truth come out of that. Okay. And she's just gonna lay down right on top of all my cards. So I'm gonna have to try to remember what I've got under here. Okay, so it looks to me with all of these reversals, 3 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 9 of Cups, this all looks to me like somebody saying that you were reason they couldn't move forward, an excuse. Somebody gave you an excuse about something that didn't necessarily sit well with you or sit right with you. Something about it seemed fishy or off. And it can be hard to sort all of this out, especially, like I said, with Neptune transiting through Pisces. It can be difficult to know, like, am I actually seeing that there's something fishy about this, or is this just my own emotions? Do I trust my intuition here or not? And in this case, I think that somebody may have said they were doing something or needed to do something or were somewhere or weren't somewhere. Whatever it is, they were giving you some type of excuse for it, and it wasn't really the full truth. So this week is the week that you can expect that truth to come out. Now, in the subconscious position, we've got this, a lot of things going on really with the King of Wands. I think, first of all, King of Wands, there's a confident individual, somebody who has a magnetic kind of energy to them that just like, ooh, that just, you love it, right? It's very drawing, draws you in. But it also, at the same time, it can be too much. You get too close to it, it's too much. So you may come closer and back away and kind of play this little dance with them. But you've got this relationship that is like, it's coming back up. You're going to see it dealing with this person this week. Also, for judgment in the subconscious, I was talking to you about how you judge yourself and how you see yourself, and if all of those thoughts that come into your head are really worthy of being there. And so some of the things that you may be dealing with here, reverse 2 of Wands and also the Ace of Swords. Okay, so you may have this whole idea about plans. You may think you're ready to do something, and then you think, oh no, I'm not sure if I can. So there's this idea of worthiness. That is all up in your reading, right? Am I good enough? Do I deserve this? Do I have the skill level to complete this action? So again, you need to be like talking really nicely to yourself this week. That's just very important. Internal thoughts, we have that 10 of Swords, where you're looking back on some times that you've been betrayed, or you have been subject to an ending in a relationship that was very challenging for you. Okay, we have the Death card, so another card of endings, clarifying the ending. You know, 10 of Swords, an ending, Death card, the ending, the Tower. Wow, this is really, really powerful energy, having Death and the Tower, clarifying the 10 of Swords. This was a sudden, sharp, and catastrophic type of ending for you. This was something that just shook you to the core, that you never expected, and it's just really, really heavily on your mind, trying to work out all of the details of what happened and why it happened. So expect your thoughts to be there somewhat this week. But again, we do have clarity coming in the reading. So let's go ahead and clarify the Ace of Swords. Let's clarify clarity, right? Let's clarify the truth that's going to come out for you. Okay, Seven of Swords. Oh my gosh, I love this reading. This reading is one of the coolest readings, the way it's all working together. So having the Seven of Swords being the issue, being the obstacle, being deceived. And I said to you, you're going to get truth about it, right? And what do I have to clarify the truth card? The Seven of Swords again. We're getting clarification about somebody who has lied to you. You're going to know about it this week, and you're going to know all the details that they may not have wanted you to know. This is where the truth is going to come out. So let's go ahead and look at external circumstances where you are seeing things from another perspective. Your reality shifting a little bit, maybe your eyes opening up, but it can also be a very spiritual awakening here as well, because the Hangman is associated with the planet Neptune. And Neptune has its bad side for sure, but it has its good side too, and it's a very spiritual card. Okay, you're seeing your perspective shift about, so we have the Magician, the Chariot, Five of Wands. What you're able to accomplish is huge. The success and the victory that you can have in your life, the things that you are manifesting are huge. And I think your brain is finally switching on and going, holy shit, I can manifest that. You'll start to see your personal power and not just think about things and ruminate about things, but start to actually see them in your life. It's going to be very liberating for you to see this kind of power and control that you have over your circumstances. So Pisces, if this resonates with you, go ahead and check out your extended love reading. I enjoy reading for you every time. I'll see you again next week.